What if the people most affected by social problems were the ones designing the solutions? That's the question Darren Marinas asked in his TED Talk called Creating Social Change Through Lived Experience. Marinas is a CEO, Expert Citizen CIC, an organization that helps people who've experienced things like homelessness, addiction, or other challenges use their stories to improve them. According to the Expert Citizens website, their mission is to use lived experience to shape better services and create a fairer society. I chose Darren's speech because it's a really clear example of how public speaking can be used to promote social change. The first reason I like this speech is that it's a great example of informative speaking. Darren teaches the audience something most people probably haven't thought about, that lived experience isn't just a personal struggle, but it can actually help make society better. He explains how expert citizens brings people with lived experience together with government and social service leaders to redesign programs that don't always work. He also uses rhetorical questions like asking, what if the people most affected by social problems design the solutions to make the audience think? He changes his tone and pace, slowing down for more important keys and raises his voice a little at key moments, which makes the information feel more urgent and engaging for the audience. The second reason is that Darren does a really good job with persuasive speaking. He wants people to rethink how they see social disadvantage. For example, he challenges the idea that homelessness is a personal failure and shows how system affects people's lives. By sharing his own story growing up in care, struggling with an addiction, homelessness, and even prison, he builds credibility or ethos. He also uses emotion or pathos by being honest and sharing his experiences in a way that makes people care. He uses gestures and posture like leaning forward when making an important point, which makes him seem more genuine. He also uses logic or logos when he talks about programs like the Inside Awards, which have helped improve public services and influence policy in the UK. The last reason Darren's speech works so well is that it's audience-centered. He knows who he's talking to, people interested in social issues and people in power who can make change happen. He uses stories and examples that connect emotionally, and he explains real programs that show the difference lived experience can make. Darren also uses other rhetorical devices to make his speech memorable. For example, he uses anaphoria, repeating phrases like, our experiences don't define us. They can be used to redesign the systems that failed us. He also uses contrast, showing how systems fail some people, but how change is possible when people with lived experience have a voice. In conclusion, I chose Darren Moreno's TED Talk because it combines informative speaking, persuasive speaking, audience-centered speech to advocate for social change. His speech is inspiring and easy to follow. By sharing his personal experiences and showing how people lived with lived experience can improve systems, Darren proves that the people who have been through the hardest challenge can sometimes create the most meaningful change.